Well, guys, as the title indicates, due to some unforeseen financial circumstances, I'm gonna have to sell my C8 Corvette. I did not expect to. I bought it back in July. I ordered it in March after waiting a year. Did not expect to have to sell it. I was hoping I would keep it for another, year or so until the Z06 came out and then trade it in. But I'm needing to sell it. Now, what is this unforeseen financial circumstance, you might be thinking? Well, it may not be what you're thinking it is. What it is the fact that, well, I'm actually getting a 2022 Corvette. Yes, this is a 2021 Corvette, and I was not expecting to get another one. I expected to maybe get a 2023 Z06 when they came out, but a dealer that I know, a dealer that I actually have worked with to try to get a Z06, called me and asked me if I wanted to get a 2022 Corvette. And I said yes. So now I have to sell this one. And I wasn't expecting to, but now I have to. So let's get it ready to sell. To get it ready to sell is take off those wheels, because I'm actually not selling the wheels with the car. I have stock wheels right here, so I'm going to pull it up over there where I have a nice flat surface, jack it up and take those wheels off, because at least for now I'm keeping those wheels. So we'll see what happens, because I'm getting a new Corvette, and I love these wheels, so I'm going to keep the wheels, put them on the new Corvette, take the stock wheels, put them back on this before I sell it, and that's the plan. So let's do it. Just got these. These are jacking pucks for the car, which I haven't used before, but need them for this Corvette. Put them over there. Now I've got to wheel out each one of these. They are labeled, like that's left rear. They were labeled by Discount Tire when they took them off. So these were actually for sale for a while, and no one wanted them for I think I was selling them for 1,500 bucks, which I was a little surprised no one wanted them, but that's okay. Now it actually works out that I still have them, because now I put them on the car, and I'm glad I still have them, because otherwise, I guess it would work. I could just take that car to take those wheels off, put on the new car. But I'm actually preparing the car to be sold now, but the new car won't arrive yet. So now thinking about that would have sucked, but now it's good that I have these, so I can put these on. Then I can put those wheels here in the garage and just wait. All right, guys, so if I want to change out these wheels on these Corvettes, like these beautiful Aerolarri wheels that I'm keeping, you're going to have to get some jacking pucks to put underneath the jacking point on the car down here, and I'll show you in a second. But I got these on Amazon. I know you can get them from some higher quality Corvette people that have permanently installed ones. I chose not to get the permanently installed ones here, mostly because A, I'm selling the car, but B, these are like a quarter of the price. Maybe someday in the future I might get some. This is the first time I've ever needed these, obviously. So anyway, they came in a little case like this, and there's 4 of them, 1 for each one, even though you probably only need 1 at a time, because I'm not going to put it up on jack stand. So this is where you need to put those. Under here you'll see that hole right there, which is where you can put the jack. The problem is that is a pretty small area, and you don't want to damage the sheet metal or the rocker panel right here. So if you put this right in like so, now that's the lowest point. The jack will go right against that and push it up, and so it won't hit the rocker panel or the sheet metal or anything like that. Let's tighten up this jack, and there it goes. And see how it is only touching that jacking puck. Well, there it is now, looking just like it did the day I bought it, and now it's the day I'm selling it. Here I am on the way to go sell the car. You know, what's interesting is I've had this car now, I bought it in July, so here we are in February, but it's been 7 months? 7 months since I bought the car. This is the shortest time by far that I've ever owned a car. The shortest time before that I ever owned a car was, I think, my 2007 Tundra. I bought my Tundra in 2007. I sold it, I think, in 2010, around the time I bought my new Corvette. I can't remember if I sold it before or after that new Corvette, or my old Corvette, my C6, which I bought in March of 2010. So that was about 3 years, actually less than that, maybe 2.5, because I bought it towards the end of 2007. So 2.5 years I had that car. It was a great car. It was a great truck. I mean, in a way, a couple years later I had to go buy a truck and ended up getting a Ford F-150. And I kind of regretted selling the Tundra at the time, because the Tundra would have been great to still have at that time. But I couldn't at that time afford two cars, and I really wanted a Corvette. I got the C6 in 2010, kept it there for 11 years, sold it last year right before I bought this car. Now I'm only keeping this one for 8 months, so it's crazy. So here I am on my way to go sell it, and yes, I am selling it for a profit. Now I know, get triggered. Now put your comments down. I know I'm selling the car for a profit. I know when I ordered this car last March, I said I don't plan on selling it for a profit. I planned on keeping it till the Z06 came out, and then hopefully at least getting my money back. But I actually am selling this car for a profit. Look at this, there's only 1,090 miles on the car, and I'm trading it in with only 1,090 miles in 7 months. I didn't expect to not drive it that much. I'll trigger some people. I'm triggering myself from a year ago by selling the car now 8 months later for a profit, but here we are. Another part of the reason why I'm selling this car now for a profit is I'm hedging my bet against dealers screwing around with the Z06 price. If I knew dealers will not screw around with the Z06 price and they'll pay or they'll only charge sticker price, I would be much more inclined to just say, okay, I'll not screw with trading it in, getting a new one, and then reselling that one later. In a way, that mentally gives me a peace of mind of flipping the car, because that was not my original intent. Then when I get to order the Z06, which I'm really hoping I should be able to get an early order allocation from one of the smaller dealers, mid-sized dealers that I have spots at. When that happens, then, you know, wait a few months. I'm really hoping that by the end of summer or in the fall this year, I'll have my Z06, and then the new one that I'm buying here in a few weeks will get traded in or sold. So such a weird situation. I never expected to sell this car in only, 8 months, 7 months after I bought it. I expected to keep it for a couple of years, at least till the Z06, maybe longer. But here we are. Things change. Oh well. So here we are, back in the garage, an empty garage, but I still have this nice set of wheels. So they will go on the new car when it comes. So one thing I did not do in this video was tell you where I'm selling the car, how much they're giving me for it, and things like that. But I am gonna make another video here in a few days, I'll post it, where I'm gonna go over all the different places of all the companies that gave me bids to buy my car. I went through all the iBuyers, all the online buyers, and a couple of local dealers, and I wanted to share with you what the experience was like, how much these people are paying for these used C8s, and what my recommendation is to you if you have a C8 or you're looking to buy a used C8, something like that, because I think it gives some transparency to the process, and you might be surprised on the outcome here. So be looking for that in a few days, but until then, guys, give me a like on this video, show me some support for having an empty garage with no Corvette. I mean, what's the deal? Or you can go down in the comments and argue about how I'm a bad person for selling my Corvette for a profit. So feel free to do that. Just go down there and do that. That'll be fine. It'll help the algorithm. It'll show my video to more people. So go ahead and do that. That's great. Anyway, guys, I do hope you liked the video anyway. Be looking for that next video in a few days. And until then, guys, adios.